Notice the light striking the crest of the crashing waves. You feel they could crush you or take you under.
One of the things that interested me about this film was creating two time periods, because we are the same person, but we change so significantly over an extended period of time.
You're doing really well. One more?
One more.
Tom is the catalyst of everything that happens in the movie. So you need somebody who is incredibly charismatic to appeal to Marion and to Patrick. And it was a kind of no-brainer from the start, really, about Harry and Tom.
I thought it was such a beautiful script. And just the complexity of Tom and everything he goes through made it like a really interesting character that I wanted to have a go at.
I don't know what's happening.
Finding an older version of Harry Styles is a challenge.
I can't live alone.
Although we're playing the same person, I'm playing him 40 years on, and in many regards, he's a different man.
When we got Harry, we were looking for a young Marion, and Emma Corrin has an honesty and a simplicity that comes from a sort of very open place.
When I read the script, I was intrigued at how Marion could come across quite straightforward. She's a girl who falls in love, and her husband is not the person she thought he was.
Do you love him?
I love you.
She has a lot of hard moments in the film, and I think Emma's just open to feeling it all.
You've won.
Patrick, nobody's won.
When you meet Marion, Tom and Patrick in 1999, you meet them at a really interesting time because Marion doesn't know how, but she knows she has to agitate change because they have all been victims.
Both Harry and Emma and Linus and Gina McKee all understood how to create those two lives.
Let's have a toast to Marion.
No, and to all of us.
To all of us. To all of us.
All of
Cheers.
us.
Cheers.
David Dawson, who plays Patrick, is somebody else I've worked with before, and just knew instinctively that if he read the role of Patrick, that he not only would be able to relate to it, but he'd also be able to do something quite interesting with it.
What I love about Patrick is he knows who he is, and he's incredibly proud of his sexuality. And he's gone through an awful lot in his life, and he's skillfully found a way of still being able to be many aspects of himself in public.
Excuse me, Mr. Hazelwood. There's a gentleman here to see you.
He has the most expressive eyes, and there's just something about his whole demeanor that I knew would help root that Patrick-Tom story in the 1950s beautifully.
You shouldn't have dragged me into it. You touched me first.
All three of those younger actors did something that was not on the page. They all brought something else. And then when the three older ones took over, if you like, 40 years later, they were able to carry on doing that. Rupert is an interesting example. You would think where somebody has hardly any lines at all because they can't speak, that would be quite restrictive, but his expressiveness as an actor was still there.
No!
He doesn't want to see you.
I think it's an exciting challenge, really, because in a way, most of my work is done for me by the other actors. I really just have to sit there and reap the benefits because the idea is so poignant.
Leave!
Leave?
We have been unquestionably blessed with a cast who were committed to this story and wanted to bring so much more than any of us could ever imagine to it. So we're the beneficiaries of some truly great actors.
Taste is simply just knowing how something makes you feel. So how does it make you feel?